Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. This is Kristen and I am here with another travel kit layout, and I have 3 pictures to scrapbook, and I am going to be using the Recollections Well Traveled collection. This is the same collection I used for my last layout that I created, because this will be the facing page to that layout. So I wanted to use this collection. I also wanted to use it because we went to Outback Steakhouse, and this may be one of the only opportunities I have for using the Sydney, Australia luggage tag. So this is very possibly coming in. This came from my Simple Stories Going Places collection, journaling bits. So I pulled this out because, like I said, when will I be going to Australia? I don't know. So we'll see. Probably be using that. So these are my cut aparts. And then I have about 6 or 7 full sheets of paper left, 6. And so I'm going to be using a couple of these. I also still have some scraps from what I used on the facing page. Woo. So I might pull from these at least something so that it will match up a little bit, or bring that from the other page in. So there's the papers that I'm going to pick from. And then these are the sticker sheets that I got, the Echo Park, and some of them are Cartabella. And so I'm trying to pull as many things off of here that will fit. I've done a really good job with these between a travel book I made for my sister and these travel pages. I've been getting some things off of here, which makes me super happy. So I have 10 different sheets of these, and some of them have been really helpful, some of them not as much, but I will definitely find uses for them in the future. So I have no sketch or anything. I have no real idea in my head other than I want to use this, and I probably want to use this. And I'm definitely going to be cutting down this picture of the GPS. I will probably cut this out, or this top part out, since I don't necessarily need this. This is I screenshot this for my phone, so I don't need this picture of us from Disney. And then this is us at the table. So I have my pictures, I have my papers and some embellishments I already know I want to use, and I have my sticker sheets. So let's go on this journey and see where it leads. So I have already cut my pictures down, and I picked out these 2 orange and pink and gold papers. And I think I want to use this blue as the accent or for matting. So I'm trying to think of how I want to do it, and decide I'm just going to take this white paper with the pink, gold, and orange and turn it on its side or on the corner and attach it that way. And so it'll have the orange corners. And I like to do things on the fly, because I don't necessarily plan things out very well, just because that's not the way I work for the most part. So I do love the way this layout turned out. It was not what I had originally well, I can't say originally envisioned, because I didn't envision anything. But I do love it. I think it's really, it'll fit well in this book with my other pictures. So I cut the parts that are hanging off, and I will set those aside and find a way to use those at a later time on another layout, if not in this set of pages. I'm sure I can find something to do with pink and orange and gold. So I'm thinking about putting that blue strip there in the middle and decide to cut it in half. It's a 5-inch space, and I think 2.5 inches is going to be good. I move this around I don't know how many times I cut a bunch of that out. Now, the entire video from start to finish with a bunch of boo-boos that not boo-boos on my layout, but boo-boos in like, misspeaking. So I stopped myself and cut that out. So altogether, the video was like 52 minutes. And so honestly, this layout probably could have taken me 30 minutes if I wasn't so, disheveled. So anyway, so I am debating on what to do. I think I want to use this blue strip here. I definitely want to mat my large picture in that blue. It's got arrows on it, but once you cut it down as a back mat, you can't see that. So I think that's why I had the idea to put the blue strip in the middle with the arrows so you could still see the arrows. Because the first picture that I will put on my layout, or at least the one in the top left corner. So if you're reading this, the top left corner is the first part of the story. We were looking for somewhere to go eat. We thought of like 4 different places or 2 or 3 different places or something. And everywhere we went either had like a 2-hour wait or there was something else going on, closed or, whatever. So we decide Outback, it says it's close by, 1.8 miles. And we're like, yes, we can do that. But we have to make a humongous U-turn, which I don't think I get too up close. But the picture, you can see the blue little thing telling you where to go is this huge U. So that's the first picture right there on the left. The other one is I just thought I was super smart this night and also probably super hungry. And I called ahead and did a call ahead seating. So when I got my text message telling me that they got my list and that they'd call me or text me when our table was ready. And then, of course, the bottom is us at the table. Although it's not on the bottom yet, it's up there at the top. It won't stay there. So a lot of times, many times, if not most times, when I am scrapbooking, if there are multiple pictures like this and it's a story, tell a story, I like it to be like you're reading it. The first thing that happens is the first thing you put, at the top corner, and then you go down from there. So that's exactly what I did with this one. So I had matted that little, the GPS on the text print, and I matted that screenshot of my phone on that rainbowy kind of paper that I had shared earlier. It was also, those are all papers that were on yesterday, or the last layout I did. And both of them disappeared into this white paper. If I'd thought about it, maybe I could have done the white on the back and the orange in the front. But that is okay. I just matted the one on the blue arrows, and then I pulled a piece of the pink and red stripes from my scrap bin and put that screenshot, back matted that. So both of those are double layered. And then I took this branding strip and decided instead of the blue, I was going to put this in the middle because it matched better. And all the blue I used on the matting was going to blend right into the blue that I had put down. So I decided not to use that across. I will save that for another layout. I take my black soot from Ranger and my dauber, and I ink up around this Sydney travel tag because it's also disappearing into the page. And so I ink around it just pretty quickly. And I'm going to put that down, and then that pink strip is going to go across it. So I figure out where I want to put that, and I just stick a little piece of tape under there because it's not going to have any weight, so I'm not worried about it being completely, tacked down. And I keep reaching, and in front of me you can see the bottom corner of my iPad. And so I have started watching just videos or whatever, and I'm not really watching them, listening. It's usually something like America's Got Talent or The Voice or something like that, and it's older auditions and stuff like that. And if it's something I don't want to listen to or see, then I'm just fast forward. So normally I watch the Golden Buzzers. Then I want to watch all those. So anyway, I like to listen to stuff while I am scrapbooking, and a lot of times that is scrapbook layout processes and stuff. Depends on how focused I need to be on what I'm doing. I typically just listen to music while I'm doing these videos because I need to be kind of focused so that I don't scrapbook one page for 2 hours and then have to try and edit that. So I have tacked down, and I did take my dauber across both the top and bottom of this pink border strip because I didn't want it to disappear into the page either. So I gave it a little dimension, not a little dimension, I do that all the time, a little bit more definition. That's the word I'm looking for. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I was going to go watch a movie after this. I don't think so. Okay, so I have put that pink strip down. I've decided for sure that my picture is going on the bottom like that, and those other pictures are going up at the top. And I was a little frustrated because there was that gap right there between the pictures and the Sydney tag, that I decided that I would mat the Australia kangaroo and put it in that little space so it would mostly cover all of that empty, what some people call trapped space. And I totally understand why they call it that, because it, if it's a space like this one is like an awkward, it's not going to be like a square or just a little rectangular slip. It's like an odd shape, so it's kind of hard to put something there that's not leaving a bunch of strange space or empty space. So I get the first picture down. The second picture, I don't mind covering some of that Sydney tag, but I don't want to cover too much of it. So I put it down a little cockeyed. And so see what I'm saying? That is not like a square or a rectangle. And I'm not going to say what shape I think it is because geometry was not my thing. So I want to use this Australia that came from my Simple Stories Going Places journal bits. So I put it on that blue paper with the arrows, and I cut around it kind of with a thick border. And then I'm going to pop that bad boy up on foam and put it down right there. And it is overlapping all three pictures just a little bit. And it pretty much takes all that space that's right there, except for a small little triangle right at the tail of the kangaroo. And I will put a little something there, so it won't be too bad. So the first thing I pull off of my sticker sheets is this thing that says, "This is the story." And I definitely want to use it, so I keep it on my finger. But I'm trying to decide where I want to put my journaling. So I'm holding that on my finger while I like visualize where I want it. Because I'm not going to be able to write straight on this white and orange paper because of the gold. So I'd have to write around that little gold dots because it's foil. So I'm trying to decide if there's somewhere I could tuck a journaling bit or something. So I put a few different stars up on the top because that picture is of the GPS and the night sky and everything and the roads in Texas. We were in Texarkana, which luckily is on this layout in the text message, which makes me happy. It's got the date, which I just realized, which, well, spoiler alert, I put a thing on here for the date, and I thought, oh, I got to figure out what the date is. Wow, Kristen. Oh, yep, time for bed. So anyway, I pulled a sticker that says, that has the stars, and I am trying to decide what other stickers I can put on here. I do pull this orange sticker that says, "We're enjoying every moment." Even the crazy U-turning, we enjoyed. We laughed and cracked up. We were all very hungry, though. So we were glad to finally make it to our destination. I pulled this little circular sticker that says "Here" and has an arrow. And I was considering a geotag, and if I could have had the words in the proper color, I would have written Australia in Texarkana, but I'd changed my mind. So I put that, "This is the story" right there because I've decided I'm going to do my journaling over there on the left side of the pink strip. It's not a whole lot of journaling. It literally just says something about how we tried a couple of different places, and then we finally found Outback, and it was 1.8 miles away, but it was a big U-turn and a whole lot of traffic and stuff. So let's see. And now, after all of that, I literally just finished this, guys, and I can't remember what I did next. Okay, so I pulled these little NRD or NDR or something like that stickers, and it's got a chef's hat on it, and I wanted to use that on this layout. So I also had like a grill and some other things, but I decided against using those. So I put the little chef's hat down there by the little sticker says, "We're enjoying every moment." And it had literally the word chef hat under it. And I just cut that off. I didn't want that. And then there is that travel log in pink that I just put up at the top. And I am going to tape that down. And I'm laughing at myself so much right now because I was like, oh, yeah, I need somewhere to put the date. But it's on the picture. Oh, Kristen. All right. So then also from the journaling bits from the Simple Stories Going Places, I pulled this little tag that says, "Are we there yet?" which is going to be my title. And I tucked that in over there on the left. It's gray, and I'm okay with that. There's some gray in the Australia thing, so it's not like it's the only bit of gray on the page. And I'm really not terribly worried about that kind of thing. If I like the way a page looks, I'm good. So anyway, I put some gold stickles down in that little triangle and 2 other places. And I look at this thing 67 times. I swear I keep going back thinking something's missing. I didn't do any mixed media other than the stickles. So I decided to pull out my gemstones. My enamel dots are not going to match, but I wanted some gold gemstones. And I pull, I think about 6 of them, 5 or 6 of them out. And I put them in a few different places around the page. And I still am looking at this like something is missing. It seems off that there's like writing and a sticker on the right side or the left side of the branding strip and nothing on the right side. And I feel like something's just not, needs to be there. So I look at it for a minute. I pull out my kit that I have sitting to my left, which has all of my different things. I also pull out the sticker sheet, all the Echo Park ones, and pull this banner that says Create Adventure. And finally, I feel like I am done. So I'm going to show you some close-ups, and that's it. Hope you all have a great night, a wonderful week, and I hope you all get a chance to do something you love with someone you love. We will see you again very soon. I don't know who we is. It's just me. So, happy scrapping.